So quite oddly, on the 3rd and the 4th, and maybe the 5th, even though my phone was very full, I was able to somehow make videos the whole time, even out of town. But then, oddly, I upload everything onto an external drive. And it was like over 3,000 files. And then I get rid of over 50 videos, a lot of them being very long videos. Then somehow I don't have the space to make videos anymore. Super odd. So when I was actually with family, most of them, up there on the 3rd, and I saw that I was still being hacked because I was making videos when I shouldn't have been able to, I was like, okay, well, I guess this isn't my family because they're all here, except for one, and it's starting to kind of come together that this is the main one behind the smear campaign, the false narrative on my life. And it's really, really sick, sad, and wrong because this is somebody that I pulled out of noodle making, pizza making, and built a career for. Slaved 5 years, some of my healthiest years of my life. Of course, now we know, as a psychiatrist did, why I was so unhealthy. And they caught on to it before I did. Now I know about narcissistic vampiring. I cannot believe that you would literally commit so many crimes and destroy a person who was awesome enough to build you a career so that you could be a professional in the world instead of a pizza noodle maker. I was the one down there painting murals. I was the one down there putting together forms and documents. I was the one with art school experience. I was the one that did all the marketing to bring in the initial first clients. I was the one with the creativity. I was the one that gets zero acknowledgement as the founder. I was the one that was pushed out through black magic witchcraft. Now I know, and now it's true, and now the pieces connect. And after I built you a business, you couldn't even have the morality and ethics to buy me out properly, like a normal person would. Then you turn my own daughter against me? Wow. Yeah, I could see how you have those corrupt connections around here. Yeah, I could see how you would want people to know the truth about who the actual business genius brilliance is. But did you have to go so far as to totally ruin me and destroy my life after all that I did for you? You know why your current slave is there? Because I did a class where I taught an art training, and I was a good trainer to directors and directors of directors taking my training. That's the truth. You can try to forget all about it as much as you want, convince everyone else and do witchcraft on their mind so they don't remember it too. But God remembers, and it's recorded. And I might even still be able to dig up the paperwork of my reviews of that. And I would have been doing trainings around America, and I would have been a huge positive impact on the future generations. But no, somebody has to be so clout-seeking, such a fake, false pretense, so pretentious. It's ugly. It doesn't look good. You need to be humbled, and your soul needs to be saved. It's sick and wrong. And I can't believe all that you went through to destroy someone that set you up in life. It's messed up. Hope you weren't able to do any damage concerning my daughter when you were down there, because she doesn't deserve to be your next Cinderella. We don't. We deserve to reap a harvest on the seeds that we sown. You ain't some entitled person that everyone is meant to be your slave. You can take them out the plantation, but you can't take the plantation out of them. Well, you know what? I'm here to break that generational curse. And you need to be held accountable to your crimes. And everyone that worked with you needs to be held accountable to their crimes. And you need to be fully exposed concerning the truth of who you actually are. What you do in the dark, what you do in the secret, the deals that you made on my own life, it needs to come out. And the fact that all of these concerning the truth are the ones that are being shadow banned, it's making it really, really obvious. And when I went down south to try to get involved in music and film, and you even You group of you criminals were even able to sabotage my job opportunities down there, try to keep me vulnerable so I wouldn't survive. You want my life that bad so that you can be clout-seeking, fraudulent fakes? Wow. You're in line for a lot of karma. It's a big deal. Even though you're in debt and you ain't got nothing because you're not very good business owners, you're still going to be forced to repay what you stole. And that stuff is being downloaded and submitted to a higher level of law. And this place is way overdue for a federal audit. And the legacy that you're going to leave is horrible. Never should have sold it in the first place. Should have been proper in the first place. I'm sorry that you were raised to be so entitled that you think that the world deserves to build everything for you and you don't owe anything to anyone. Did you sell off my jewelry designs? Did you? Is that why you wanted my jewelry, but you're not willing to support something that would give me the means to go down and get my chance in music and film? It's kind of interesting, some of the skills that are getting divvied out amongst your black magic, witchcraft, bad witchy, high priestess, dark high priestess sort of thing you got going on. And that hag 2 doors up from you, is she part of who taught you all that? The truth is going to come out. Wow, I feel so sorry for anyone that would be so ungrateful and sick that they would do what they did to push somebody out of business so they could have it all themselves. Make somebody sick so they could have it all themselves. Cause destruction in somebody's life that created a career for them. That's how you repaid me? From taking you out and making pizza and noodles? Wow. The truth is going to be known. My story is going to be told. Now I get the sabotage on this here. And yeah, so was Gary from South Dakota one of your connections there in Billings, eh? Was there a cousin that misrepresented me in court there in Billings, eh? It's so funny I wasn't invited to my own court case here in town, eh? Well, you know what? They started watching the situation and they kept eyes on me and they saw the truth of me, that I'm a hard worker, that I'm not what all y'all frauds say I am. But you're being investigated now. You should have just done the right thing in the first place. I can't believe. You need to check your heart. You need to check the depths of your soul. Because that's how you repay somebody that built you a career? Wow. Your false front ain't going to hold up. None of them. None of your false fronts are going to hold up. And it's all become really obvious concerning the activity, the illegal activity, the federal crimes. Mail access? Federal mail fraud? Oh yeah, you had all of the information to do everything in my name, didn't you? Did you pay off Lolo? Did you pay off Willow Creek? Is there somebody else out there involved? What's your Livingston connection? What's the Chico connection? Who'd you go have a good time in Chico with? What was that group all about? Who are they? It's all going to come out. And it's all going to be fully told. And the fact that I erased all those videos, you better catch up, you and your phone cloners. Okay, now there was actually, I got directions for an eyeglasses doctor, and that pinged down south of Dillon, below the I-15 exit, halfway to like the divide exit. Yeah. I don't know, I have to look it up for more details. And then there's someone in Seattle, hopefully the one in Seattle is a good worker, a federal